This is how I made $1,314, which comes up to 24,500 rands in just 5 days doing this one simple thing. Now, before I show you exactly what I did, let me show you real proof so that you know that this is legit and I'm not just wasting your time. As you can see right here, this is the dashboard of my website where I'm able to see all the sales that have come in, and currently it's on 7 days. And as you can see, I've made $1,314. And if you just go online and check how much that is, it comes up to about 24,542 rands. And if I just go to Google and I type in and I say date and time, and I'm just going to refresh that so that you see that this is actually live. You see that the time I'm recording this is on Wednesday, the 5th of February, and it's 03:48 in the morning. Now, when I come back to my store here, you'll notice that these transactions happened in the past 5 days, 30 January, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which means I'm not talking about something that happened a long time ago, but this is something that is actually quite recent. And I know that there might be some of you who are busy saying, but no, maybe you just made this money just by luck. It's not true. It's not for real. If I come up here and I change where it says last 7 days, I can change it to show you how much I've made all time on my website. And as you can see here, it says I've made over $12,773. And if I just copy that and I just come back here to Google and I just paste that amount in here and ask it to convert it into dollars, I can find any rand calculator over here, like this first one that pops up. I'll put in the amount there is 12,773 again. And you see that when it's converted, it comes up to 238,000 rand. Quick update. I made that video over a year ago. So I just wanted to update this video quickly and just wanted to show you how much I've now made in this year. If I come here again and then I change this to all time, you see that now I've increased from around $12,000 to over $28,000. So this method still works, and it's one of the best things that you can do for yourself right now, learning how to use this method to make money for yourself. But just in case you've got no idea who I am, and this is one of your first times ever watching my trainings, my name is Malaba, and for the past 5-6 years, I've been working online, teaching people how to make money online. I've mainly been doing that on YouTube, and YouTube sent me this plaque because I reached over 100,000 subscribers, people who believe in me, people who trust in me, people who watch my content consistently. And they sent me this plaque because I've been consistent for 6 years doing this, talking and showing people how to make money online. I didn't start off as someone who knows and is a guru in all these things. In fact, I was just like any person who is watching this video, just hoping for the best in the future, but I didn't have a plan. The only thing I knew how to do was to go to church and pray and believe that maybe one day God would bless me and give me a good life. In fact, as you can see from these photos here, I was one of the youth leaders. I used to preach at church. I was so diligent and faithful, praying hard that God would change my life. I went to university, but I dropped out because my parents couldn't afford to continue my education, so I had to become a hustler. I hustled for a while. I got into graphic design, a bit of website design, selling computers, fixing computers. And one of the lowest points in my life came when I met this girl. Things were okay at my life in that time. And I asked her to marry me when I was around 28, 29 years. Suddenly, things in my life became so terrible and bad to an extent that I had to move in back with my parents when I turned 30. Imagine being a 30-year-old and you're going back home to your parents and you are relying on them for food. You're relying on them to give you transport money for you to wake up and go to work. It's so embarrassing. It's very disheartening. And the lowest point on my life was when my fiance, the girl that I loved at that time, she basically told me that because I am broke and I have got no plan, we can't be together and we can't get married. Imagine 2 years of your life that you've invested in someone and you are hoping that God or the universe is just going to help you to find a plan. And I absolutely had no plan. I lost her. I lost lots of friends. I was embarrassed. And, I got to so many points in my life where I thought and considered suicide. But the only reason why I didn't do it is because I come from a Christian background and I was given this fear or this thought that if you commit suicide, you're going to a place called hell. So that's the only reason why I didn't end my life. I'm not telling you the story so that you can feel sorry for me, but I'm telling you the story so that you can get it, that I understand you if you're someone who has been trying to figure out this money thing, but it's been a struggle. We all have got different struggles. And way back then, I made a decision to myself that, you know what, I'm going to figure out how to make money online. What's up, guys? My name is Marshall, and I have given myself a crazy target. That target is for me to become a millionaire before I turn 36. At the time of recording this video, it's 2019 towards the end. It's actually December the 3rd, and I am currently 32 years old, which means that going into next year, I'm going to have only 3 years to actually achieve that goal. I want to become a millionaire by the time I turn 36. So as you can see right here, this is me recording one of my first YouTube videos, making a declaration that I'm going to be a millionaire one day. And the way that I will do it is by learning different ways of making money online. And then I will just share them on YouTube with other people who want to learn from me as well, and just go along that journey with me to become a millionaire. 5-6 years later, I've been super consistent on YouTube, and I'm glad to say that I've made over 3.5 million South African rands, which comes up to about just under 200,000 US dollars. And this is money that I have made directly from learning how to make money online. And if you want real proof of that, you can just simply go to my YouTube channel. I post a lot of videos showing real proof and evidence of the things that I talk about. In fact, I've got a video that I recorded about that. Just look for this video with a thumbnail that looks like this. You'll hear me talking about my journey to 3.5 million. But the one thing that really brought a breakthrough and a turnaround in my life was when I started focusing on creating and selling digital products. This training is not about helping you to become a millionaire. It's not a training about helping you to suddenly become so rich that all your problems disappear. But I want to show you how you can make your first $100 to $300. 1,000 rands to 5,000 rands. And I personally believe that if I can help you to reach that milestone, you can do the same thing over and over again until you get to the millions or the billions that you want to. So yeah, let's get into it. Oh, and by the way, if you want access to the notes that I'm going to be using for this training, make sure that you watch this training all the way to the end. Then I will tell you exactly how you can get access to these notes. And also, if you want to get a one-on-one call with me where I can coach you, mentor you, and answer all the questions that you might have about starting an online business, specifically for selling digital products, make sure you watch the video to the end and I will give you all the details. So what exactly was I doing that allowed me to make this money in such a short time? Basically, what I was doing is that I was selling digital products. Digital products are when you take information and then package it in different forms. For example, it can be an ebook, it can be an online course, it can be an audio recording, it can be a template. There are so many different options, but just simply taking information, packaging it, and then selling it to people out there who need the information. To give you a couple of examples, let's say that maybe someone is trying to lose weight. They can go online and buy an ebook that will teach them exactly what they need to do to lose weight. So what you will be doing is that you'll be identifying different problems that people have that you can solve with the digital product. Another example is maybe, let's say you grew up doing some very special traditional meals. And then there's some people in Europe and America who want to learn how to make those traditional meals. You can create some video tutorials or create an ebook that explains how to actually prepare those African meals. And then you're going to be selling it to people overseas. Now, the first thing that I want to mention about this is that it's not a get rich quick scheme. In other words, if you're thinking, okay, I should just maybe just start it and then by tomorrow morning, I would have made my first $1,000. It doesn't work that way. You need to understand how the structure works. And in this video, I want to explain to you the different elements that go into selling digital products. And no, you don't need to have a degree or certifications to be able to do this. In fact, anyone can do this as long as you've got access to the internet, you've got a computer that you can use, and you're willing to learn. Then you'll be able to create your own digital products and start selling them in no time. So there are 5 things that you need to create and sell digital products. They're what I call the profit matrix. And once you understand these 5 different things, creating digital products will become super simple for you. The first thing that you need to start off with is a problem. A problem talks about what products are you going to be creating that solve specific problems for people. Because people don't just buy stuff because they've got money. People buy stuff because it solves particular problems for them. Someone will buy a course from you because they want to learn something specific. Someone will pay you to teach them how to lose weight because they want the outcome of losing weight or being in shape. So you first need to identify the different problems that you actually can solve. And normally what I recommend is that you identify these problems by looking at your expertise, your skills, your passions, and the knowledge that you have. Look at what you have learned in the past few years and see how you can relate that to different problems that you see around you. And then you can create a digital product from that. So let me give you 2 examples of what I mean when I say that you create products that solve problems. For example, this is my website, and this is where I sell some of the digital products that I sell. So if you just come to my website, it's yourvarsity.com, and click on courses, you'll see the different courses that I have. I've got one ebook that teaches people how to become freelancers. Freelancers are people who take their skills and then they offer them as services online. For example, maybe graphic design, website design, accounting services, or maybe some form of consultation. I teach people how to do that. So that's one digital product. Then I also teach people how to monetize or how to make money with small YouTube channels. So if people want to learn these different things, they just simply come to my website and they can just click on one of the buttons like this or learn more. And then they'll be able to buy this, right? You see, this is going for $17. This is an example of a problem that I'm solving. People don't know how to make money with a small YouTube channel. So I show them how to make money with a small YouTube channel. The information is packaged as a PDF. They buy it and then they learn. Then here's another website also. This one is mostly for people who are fitness coaches. A lot of fitness coaches struggle with making money because they think that you only make money by training people when they come for fitness sessions. But this is a website where fitness trainers can buy digital products, right? These are examples of digital products that they buy these and then they sell them to their customers. So that someone will buy maybe some live training with them, but they can also buy, for example, here they're giving them meal plans. People don't know what to eat in order to lose weight. So they sell this to you for $44, but then you can sell the same thing to all your clients. So these are just examples of how you can solve problems. Create a document or create an ebook or create a digital product that solves a particular problem for other people. And people will pay you for that, and then you'll be making your money. Once you're clear on the problem that you want to solve, the next thing that you have to do is to choose your packaging. By packaging, it means that you choose what format you're going to create your digital product in. For example, it can be an ebook, it can be a video course, or it can be an audio recording that people can listen to on the go. It can be a membership, meaning that people join in and maybe they get access to you and they pay every single month to keep getting access to you. It can be a Zoom call where you go live and teach people whatever it is that you'll be teaching them. It can be a software. It can be a template. There are many of these things, and I teach all these things inside of the 5-day challenge. So make sure that you register and you check that out. But the best part about this packaging is that if you choose the correct one, you just simply need to create the product once, and then you'll be able to sell it over and over again. And once you've done that, the next thing that you then need is a platform. A platform talks about where you can actually sell your digital products. For example, this is my own website, or this is the platform that I'm talking about where you can find out more details about the 5-day challenge. What happens is that because I put all the information about this particular digital product, people are able to just come here on the website whilst I'm sleeping and they're able to buy the product. Also, to show you, this is an example of a platform more broadly, as like this is my website where I do online coaching, I sell courses, and give out free stuff. You notice if I just click here where it says courses, you're able to see all the different digital products that I actually have on offer. So this is also more proof that this is something that I'm actively doing. Someone can just simply come here. Let's say maybe they're interested in YouTube. They click on give me access there. They get taken to another page where they find out more details about exactly what they're getting. They click on the button to sign me up, and then they immediately make their payment. So when it comes to a platform, there are so many different platforms that you can use out there to be able to do that. The one I recommend is called Creator HQ. I've spoken about it a lot on this channel, and if you just go through my videos, you find me talking about how to create a website or how to create a landing page or a sales page using Creator HQ. But really, in general, you can use any platform. Creator HQ is just the one that I prefer to use. And then the next part of the profit matrix is the promotion. Promotion talks about how exactly you're going to be getting sales. And so there are different ways that you can approach this. Some methods of promotion will require you to pay up some money. Some other methods of promotion will just require your time. So for example, you can invest in paid advertising on platforms like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. You're just going to simply maybe create video content and then you give it to the platforms, pay some money, then they will show your content to the different people that you choose to target. Now, this is a great way for you to get your first few sales, but of course, it's going to require you to be able to have a budget. Then for those people who don't have money to start off, I recommend doing exactly what I just do on platforms like YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. I create video content where I talk about the things that I'm interested in, and then those videos attract attention. And in every single video, I can mention that there's a link in the description. I can mention that just go to my bio and see what I have there. And then people sign up that way. So basically, I'm talking about content creation. And it's not limited to creating video content only. For example, I've seen some people who are doing very well on platforms like Twitter and Medium, where they just simply type out what's on their mind. They share content which is text-based, and then that way, that's how they're actually getting people to buy their digital products. So it's really up to you which method you choose to use. If you want the fastest route, like I mentioned, you're going to have to use paid advertising. But if you want something that lasts forever and it doesn't cost you anything, it just costs you your time, you'd rather go for content creation, which is what I actually recommend, because when people get to know you through your own personal brand, they know you, like you, and trust you, it becomes easier for them to buy your product. Then the last element of this profit matrix is the profits section, where you start making money from what you are selling. Now, normally what people would think should happen is that you just create one product and then you sell it to people and then you make your money from that. But what I recommend that you do is you create what is called the value ladder. Value ladder means that you'll be taking people through a series of steps where you're creating more value for them, which also helps you to gain more money. For example, you're going to start here at the low end where it says bait. Bait simply means the method that you're going to be using to get people's attention so that they can come to your website and want to buy your product. This can be paid advertising, or this can be free content, as I was explaining earlier. Then where it says front end, that's the product that you're going to be selling. And maybe it can be priced at a price like $27, like I do for my 5-day challenge. And then it doesn't just end there. You then can offer them something else which complements what you're already selling so that you can create money for yourself. For example, let's just say that you're a fitness instructor and the ultimate goal that you can help people with is to help them to lose weight, right? You can start off by selling an ebook. Let's say you're selling it for $10. You then can upsell them. We call them upsells to something else that will help them. For example, it might be a calorie tracker or a food tracker, something that's going to help them to be able to just measure their results. And so maybe this one is going to be for $10. Maybe this one you can sell it for $5, which means that if people buy these two things, you now have made $15 rather than just sticking with the $10. And then as you can see here, there's another higher level here, meaning that you can offer them something else again. Here you're offering an ebook. Here you're offering a calorie tracker. And then here maybe you can offer a video course that shows them different exercises that they can do. And then here, maybe you make the price higher. It's going to be $47. So $10 plus $5 plus $47. It simply means that you're creating more value for yourself and you're earning more money if people keep buying these different things that you have to offer. This is the exact same reason why when you go to a business like McDonald's or KFC, and when you want to buy a burger, they will always offer you something else. Like, can I offer you extra chips with that? Or can I offer you extra cheese with that? Why? Because they are using this value ladder method where they keep offering you other things so that they can get more money from you. Once you implement this profit matrix, you'll be able to get results that I'm getting just like this.
So right now you're probably thinking to yourself, okay, Marshall, this sounds great, but where do I go to from here? How exactly do I start? There are two ways that you can go about this. You can simply watch this whole video again and then go and implement everything that you have learned. You've got access to tools like Google, you've got access to AI, and you can just use all those tools to try and do this for yourself. Or you can get me to coach you, mentor you, and help you to actually do this. So I do have a coaching program. It's called the 5-Day Digital Product Breakthrough Challenge, where I basically help you to set up this type of business in the space of 5 days. Now, the goal of this challenge is basically to help you to create your first digital product, to help you to set up a complete system that will help you to earn passive income. And then your job, your duty will just to be simply to start getting the earnings. It's divided over 5 different lessons where I'll be teaching you everything that you need to know using the profit matrix that I spoke about earlier on. On the first day, I'll actually help you pick a profitable digital product idea. The second day, I'll help you turn that idea into an actual PDF or video course that you can start selling. Then on the third day, I'll help you to build your website so that you can have somewhere where people can come and buy even whilst you're sleeping. And then the fourth day, I'll show you all the best marketing techniques that you can use so that you can start getting customers even within that 5-day period. And then day 5, I'll show you how to launch your offer and build multiple streams of income for yourself so that you're not just having one way of earning money, but you're going to have multiple ways that will be built from the product that you have created. Now, I've done this challenge many times before, but this next challenge that I'm going to be doing is so unique. Why? Because not only am I going to show you exactly what you need to do to create your own digital products, but you can actually watch me creating a digital product. I'm going to create a product. I'm going to design it. I'm going to build the website, and then I'm going to start doing marketing. And then I'm going to hand over that product to one person who's going to attend the next training of this 5-day challenge. If you go to my website and check, I normally charge 10,000 rands, which is around $600 for this one service. But I'm going to be giving it away to one person who joins the 5-day challenge, attends it, and is one of the most engaged students in there, you're going to get a complete business for free. Now, no matter when you're doing challenges like this, which are spread over 5 days, it's going to cost you thousands of dollars, because this is a business that if you implement correctly, it can help you to make so much money for yourself. I showed you earlier on that I've made over $28,000 at the time of recording this video. I know many people who have made millions of dollars by simply doing exactly what I show you in this challenge. But to sign up for this challenge, I've made it super affordable that almost anyone can sign up for it. It's going for $97 only. And if you make that payment today, you get immediate access to the course material, all the trainings, everything that you need to know, and access to the live training when it happens. As you can see, this is what it looks like on the inside. There's already course material that you can jump in and then you start learning. It's divided into 5 different days, but then if you want, you can go through all the course material at once and then immediately launch your business. Not only do you get video training, but also there's a community of people from all around the world. And as you can see, this is a map of some of the people who have joined. I've helped over 300 people to be able to launch their businesses. Some of these people can become people that you can meet in person, or you can meet online and interact and start businesses together, because maybe they're located near your area. You can just simply zoom in and look for the people that are near inside of your area. So what that means is that you're not going to be alone on this journey, but you've got other people who are former students who have been doing this as well, who are there to help you, to guide you, give you advice when you feel stuck, and also give you that encouragement because they've been doing this for a while before you. Some of these former students have recorded lots of different testimonials on my website expressing what they learned from the challenge. Lots of them have made their first $1,000 online. Lots of them have made lots of money from this. And all that it takes for you to join them and become the next success story is that you just need to make your $97 payment. If you look below this video, there's going to be a button or a link that you can click on. You can click on that link and then sign up today. What will happen after you sign up is that you get immediate access to the training material. Plus, you get an email from me notifying you on when the next live training will be occurring. In this live training, it's not just course material, but it's me on Zoom call speaking directly to you and the other students, coaching you and training you and helping you to launch your own business. And remember what I said earlier on, I'm going to be building a complete business for one person. Everyone will get to watch me launch that business, but then when the challenge is over, I'm going to hand it over to one person so that they can start running their business without having to put much effort. So if this sounds like something that you're interested in, you know what to do. Just click the link or the button that you see below this video and sign up and let this challenge be the breakthrough that you have been looking for. It took me a couple of years to learn all these different skills, but you don't have to struggle the way that I used to struggle. You can learn from my experiences, you can learn from my knowledge, and use that as a shortcut to help you to start making money for yourself. So just simply click on that link, sign up today, and I'll see you inside of the challenge.